Good morning! Hello everybody in Hazel, Cherry and Rowan class. Hello to your teacher Miss Elliott and hello to everyone at Chilton Primary School. My name is Alistair Humphreys and it's quite early in the morning, so I'm trying to wake myself up by shouting a lot. My name's Alistair Humphreys. I'm an adventurer. I'm also an author. I wrote the Boy Who Bite the World books that you've been reading. Thank you very much for reading my books. I really am glad that you've done that. Thanks so much. I hope it might have given you some ideas for adventures of your own. And you've sent me some great questions, which I will answer now. How did you get the idea to cycle around the world? Well, I love reading. You see on the shelves behind me, I've got loads of books of travel and adventure. And reading books is what gave me the idea to cycle around the world. Reading books is the best thing I think you can do. It's the best way to learn about the world, to get ideas. I absolutely love reading books. And I guess that's why I started writing books. Did you really eat soup with a chicken's foot in it? Oh yes, lots of times. In South America, loads and loads and loads and loads of cafes in Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, you get a lovely chicken soup, caldo de gallo, a chicken soup, and in there you get the soup, but you also get bits of vegetables, maybe a lump of sweet corn, and if you're lucky, a chicken's foot, which is also spiky like this, a claw. And what the local people do is they pick it out and they eat they give it all a good chew. I have to admit, I didn't do that bit, but I did like the soup. Next question is... Sorry, I've lost my questions. Here we are. Did you really eat a guinea pig? And if so, how was it? Lots of questions about my eating habits here. Yep, barbecued guinea pig. It comes on a plate like this. The whole guinea pig. It looks pretty much like a roast chicken. It tastes very much like a roast chicken. It's served with chips. If you think you would like roast chicken and chips, you would enjoy barbecued guinea pig and chips. Sorry if you have a pet guinea pig. I won't eat it anymore, by the way, because I'm now a vegan, so your guinea pigs are now safe with me. Which country was your favourite and why? I get asked this question all the time, and every time I give a different answer. What answer am I going to give right now? Well, it's quite early in the morning. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm really hungry. So right now I'm thinking food, which makes me think of a little country called Georgia, which you might not know very much about, but they have some delicious food. Really delicious. For example, for breakfast, you have these things called khachapuri, which is hard to spell. Khachapuri. Anyway, khachapuri. They're like cheese on toast, pizza, but you have them for breakfast. Who doesn't want cheese on toast and pizza for breakfast? So, yeah, Georgia, very nice. How old are you when you decided to cycle around the world? So I went to school, then I went to university, and when I was at university I started to dream of adventure. So probably when I was about 20 I started to think I really want to do a big adventure. So I started working to save up money and I started reading books to learn about adventures. And then when I finished university I trained to be a teacher. And when I finished training to be a teacher I thought, before I start being a teacher I'm going to go and have an adventure. And I set off to cycle around the world when I was 24. And I got home when I was 29. Why did you choose to write the book through the eyes of someone else? Excellent question. So I cycled around the world myself, but I chose to write the book through the eyes of Tom, a young child, because I wanted you, the reader, to be able to relate to the person, to feel more similar to the person in the book. I thought if you're just reading a story about a boring, old, ugly man, me, then that wouldn't be that interesting for you to read. But if you're reading about a kid who's your age, then maybe you're thinking, ooh, this feels like me. How would I feel if I was having this adventure? Would I feel lonely? Would I feel excited? What would I do in this situation? So that's why I wanted to do it through the eyes of a child. I'm doing another book at the moment. I rowed across the Atlantic Ocean in a rowing boat, and I'm currently writing that story, but through the eyes of someone else. And this time it's going to be Lucy who has the adventure. So this book is called The Girl Who Rode the Ocean. And as soon as I finish answering all these questions, I'm going to get on with writing some more of that. How long did it take to cycle around the world? 4 years and 3 months, 46,000 miles. What type of food did you eat on the trip? Did you really like banana sandwiches? Yes, I did like banana sandwiches. And I still do. Toast, mush up a banana on top, drizzle of honey, bit of peanut butter. Delicious. But I have to say, I didn't eat quite as many as Tom does. He gets a bit ridiculous for them in his book, doesn't he? But I did eat a lot of banana sandwiches. I also just ate whatever food was cheap in different countries. So whatever fruit and vegetables and whatever was the cheapest food in different countries, plus banana sandwiches, that's what I ate around the world. What was the most exciting part of the adventure? Probably meeting so many different people, all the different people with their different stories and their different lives and their different foods and their different looking schools and jobs and offices and homes. I love just meeting different people from around the world. What's your favourite part of the book? Ooh, that's a good question. My favourite part of the book? Well, it might be, you know when you do your homework and it goes on, you're writing, oh my goodness, it's hard. This book took me about 1 year to write, this took me about 1 year to write, and this took me about 1 year to write. So by the end, I was kind of looking forward to being done. So I did quite enjoy writing the end of the third book, but I remember actually really enjoying writing this bit right at the end of book 3 when I wrote about Tom's last day, because that really brought back memories for me about the last day for me of cycling around the world. The first time in the world that Tom didn't need a map to show him the way ahead, to start recognising places as you passed them. I enjoyed writing that part right at the end of it. We all live on the road to Africa. Look out of the window now. Can you see a road? That road, that very one, is the road to Africa. Those 2 lanes will take you anywhere, to Africa, to China, or to anywhere you dream of going. All you need to do is to make a plan and begin. Yeah, I enjoyed writing that. Did you keep a diary when you were travelling? Yeah, I always keep diaries. Maybe I can show you some diaries. Oh. I keep my diaries when I'm travelling are these sort of notebooks, and when I find interesting stuff along the way, like postcards or maps, I collect those. I put those in there as well, and then I write in them just with a pen. Very messy writing, but. Oh, I wrote this in California. A good thing about writing diaries is that years later, when you're an old man and you haven't had breakfast yet, you can get out your diary and you can read California, Alisal Ranch. Oh, great. Misty morning and a nip of autumn coldness this morning. Oh, the smell of California, the sun, the expanses of green mountains, the surf, the blue ocean. God, I wish I lived here. Haha. Cool. So that's another good reason to write diaries. They help you when you write the book, and then also you get to live your adventures again when you look at them later on. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for asking me these brilliant questions, and thank you so much for reading my books. I hope some of you might be adventurers and authors and explorers. Who knows? Thank you very much, and good luck.